Hey guys, so today I have
Miguel from Spain.
yeah. So, so you have your name. Do you have your hometown and major?
Well, I'm from Murcia, which is kind of a small city in Spain, and I study business and law because law is undergraduate in Spain. It's kind of different. So yeah, it's a 5-year program, and I'm kind of a senior, so I'm doing,
Oh, okay.
and that's it.
So why did you decide to study abroad in America?
Well, to be honest, I don't know why. Maybe because of the movies or the
Come on.
sports or something like that. Since I was young, I've always wanted to come to America.
Okay.
Like it's so far away from Europe that it was like that dream you always have. Like, oh, I want someday to go to America and like live the American dream. That's that.
Yeah.
So it was like my first opportunity to actually do it, and I tried, and I'm actually really happy with that.
Oh yay! Okay. So what have you learned from study abroad here?
I've learned, well, first of all, English.
Oh,
I think that's the major improvement I made. I know I've also learned how to like interact with people you don't know at all, because like at the end of the day you're exposed to a lot of social interactions with like random people that are from way different countries, from the US, from California, from Michigan, whatever. And I don't know, I feel like you really get to know how to ask good questions to people and how to like really get to know them and like I don't know, understand like their background and how they are, who they are, and how they behave the way they do.
Psychology.
Yeah, kind of.
That's my major. So are exams and schoolwork the same or different here compared to Spain?
Exams. Well,
Or schoolwork or education in general?
I would say it's funny because I would say exams are easier.
Oh, okay.
Like exams in Spain and like in Europe in general, all like European people we think the same kind of. The exams are like way more difficult, and they are like here they are maybe like 20% of your grade, 40%. In Spain, for example, like 80% or like 90.
Oh, wow.
So you really have to like prepare a lot for that exam. But the amount of work you have to do during the semester is like not as much. Like here, you have every day you have an assignment to submit, you have a paper to write, you have I don't know whatever a presentation to do, and I think like in Spain it's more chill about it. They just focus on the final exam, and that's like your grade.
Are classes there clustered or like spread?
They are at least in my uni and in most of them they are like clustered. I have class like from 9 to 2:30 every day, Monday to Friday, which is not really good. But yeah, we have more hours of classes. Like here, I have less than half of the hours I have in Spain.
Oh wow.
Yeah, for the same number of credits. But it's because here the amount of work you have to do outside the classroom is bigger, and I think that's the main difference between the two systems, I reckon.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask, what's your university like? But you just said.
Yeah.
So is it like representative of colleges in Spain or is it New York? Like unique?
I would say it's representative. Like most of the colleges in Spain are like public, so this can be one like really good example of how they work. However, you can also find small private universities in Spain, but they are not as popular as in the US. I would say they are like maybe I don't know. In Madrid there are a lot of private universities, but in my city, for example, there is one and it has like I don't know 5,000 students. Like it is way less than my public university. Which, by the way, is the University of Murcia. In case you are interested in going there, because it's a great place.
What are some general perceptions about the U.S. and Spain?
We don't. I mean, we don't really, since we are like not that close.
Oh, okay.
For example, we have like a lot of stereotypes with like French people, German people, because we like interact more with them. With the US, I think it's more like I don't know. They like basketball, baseball, American football. They eat really bad. Like they're healthy. It's
fast
like
food.
Yeah, fast food. It's like American food in Spain. We call it like that. They're really nice. Like American people that go to Spain really. When they interact with Spanish people, they usually are like really respectful and like nice with us. Even if they don't speak the language, they just try. I don't know. I think we have kind of a good stereotype, if that makes sense.
What are some differences between the U.S. and Spain? Come on, let's all.
Where should I begin? The biggest difference would be the culture, kind of. I think here, people is more focused on like whatever you do with your life, like you are really focused on your studies, on your work, on your, I don't know, your dog, your basketball team, your personal stuff. However, in Spain, you're more like involved with group people, like group activities. Like you socialize more. You go to, I don't know, to just take coffee with random people every day. You just, I don't know, you're involved in different ways. And I think like here in America, I think that's a perspective everyone in Europe has. Like here in America, they're really focused on like the individual instead of like the community kind of. However, in Spain, I think that's different. And also like the schedule, like here.
Oh yeah, I read about that in Spanish.
I promise the first 2 months I was in the US were horrible. Back in Spain, I have dinner at like 9-10 p.m. every day, even 11 p.m. I went to bed like 1 a.m. something like that. And here in the US, when I first had my first dinner at 5 p.m., I was so hungry. It was like 9 p.m. I was like, bro, that was your dinner. You have nothing else? And I was so hungry.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say that's the biggest thing.
Oh, and don't you guys have like nap time?
Oh well, I love it. I think all my friends here in America are trying napping more and more since I'm here. Because I've been like, hey, you have to try this. This is so good.
Nap time.
Yeah, in Spain, we have like this cultural thing called like siesta, which is like napping time. It's like really extended. Like since we have lunch so late, from like maybe 2 to 4 p.m. You have like a quick nap after that. Normally, like if you can, if your work schedule is available, like for example, every time I go back home to uni, I have lunch at like 2:30, 3:30 kind of p.m. And then you have like a quick nap of like 30 minutes. Yeah. Then you wake up, take a coffee, and go to do some whatever you have to do. But it's a really good thing. I love it. It's a part of the culture I really like.
And then I'm scared to take naps, because then if you nap, then you want to sleep more, and then you can't like.
No, because no. I think that's because you're not used to napping. If you're an expert,
you get up.
Yeah, the best nap is the one that's like 25 to 35 minutes. It's like a quick nap. Okay. So, because if you sleep for like more than 1 hour, you're gonna be destroyed. You're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna stay in my bed the whole day. The point is just doing like a quick nap and like getting kind of energy, and even if you don't sleep, just laying in your couch in your bed or whatever.
And then, do you like living in the dorms, and how is it different than living in Spain?
Well, I said that before, I live with my family, so like I've never lived in a dorm, so I don't know exactly how a Spanish lifestyle in a dorm is, but it's an interesting experience. It's pretty cool. You met cool people. However, I don't know. I also like living like having my own privacy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like sharing a room can be cool at some point, but it's also once like you give up some part of your lifestyle too. So like I don't know. I've been living with my family in the same house for like 20 years. Coming here and like sharing a room is like wow, what is this?
Culture shock.
Yeah, I mean it's okay. It's fine. People here are like really used to it, so it's normal. So no one really cares. And like I don't know, my roommates were pretty nice with me, so I don't really have a big issue with that.
And then like in Spain, dorms aren't common?
They're common. Like the thing is like most of the people in Spain, they either study in their hometowns or either they like rent an apartment. Maybe in your freshman year, if you move to another city, or like in the first 2 years of uni, you live in a dorm. But it's for sure it's not required. It's not like badly like they
required for 3 years.
And for sure it's not as extended. Like I have most of my friends that are studying in Madrid, for example, after the first year, they lived in a dorm, and then after that they moved to an apartment. But like right now, all my friends that are studying in my home uni, like in my uni back home, but they don't live in the same city I do, they just either commute every day or either they have an apartment in the middle of the city. Because I don't know, it's not as popular.
Well, there's the comment in 10 years from now. Where and what do you see yourself doing?
Well, I cannot see what I'm gonna do next year, so I think that's a really difficult question. I don't know. I just wanna have another experience abroad.
Oh, cool.
Like not studying, but well, I don't know if it's studying maybe, but I wanna work abroad and like.
Oh, cool.
Because one thing I really recommend, if you can like afford it, and if you have the opportunity in your university, if this experience is like so good for like your personal growth, for like the people you're gonna meet, they're like awesome. They're gonna become like friends for the rest of your life. You're gonna have like you're gonna know people everywhere, and that's so cool. Like I have friends in New Zealand, Australia, Europe, Sweden, America. It's like so cool.
They always group the internationals together.
Yeah, that's so nice. Yeah. And like, I think that's a really cool experience. And I think specifically for like an American going abroad and going to like other countries and see how things can be done differently, I think that's gonna be, I don't know, they're gonna learn a lot. I really recommend that. I mean, I've learned a lot, so I think everyone can grow from that experience.
And then what's a challenge that you faced here in the US?
Well, the main challenge is like the language, like Spanish.
Your English is good though.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. I'm not gonna complain about it, but I mean, it's not the same as speaking in Spanish. Like, obviously, like I don't know, you improve a lot, and that's also if you are trying to study another language like French, Spanish, Italian, German, Chinese, whatever. If you go to that country,
it's so much better.
Man, it's gonna be crazy. Like the improvement you're gonna make, I cannot describe that. Like you're gonna learn so much stuff. So not only like grammar and like vocab and that stuff, but also how to like use all the things you already know. And I think I really recommend that, to be honest. Okay, what was the question?
The challenge you faced.
Oh
in
yeah,
language, yeah.
Yeah, the English. I don't know. To be honest, it was pretty easy going to the US. I think the cultural shock wasn't really big, apart from like all these little things like the food or like socializing and other stuff. But I feel like my experience, maybe it's because this university does like a great job with that. Maybe it's because I've been really lucky and the experience I've had, it's been great. But to be honest, I think the challenges I've faced, they're pretty easy to face. So I'm pretty happy with that.
And then, do you practice English a lot in Spain, or is it just like something you learned in school and then forgot about? Like some internationals have said, yeah, they just learned it in school, but they never actually spoke.
Yeah, I think that's something that happens here in America. Every American guy I met, or like a girl, they're always like, yeah, I took Spanish in high school.
And then they forget about it.
Let me show you what I know. Oh, yeah. And it was like pretty funny. Keep learning, like. But yeah, we in Spain, like we in Europe in general, you learn English in like middle school. I don't know if it's primary school, middle school, and high school, all the three. And we in Spain, we learn also French in most of the high schools. I think now they are changing to either Mandarin or German, like as an optative.
You're trilingual.
Yeah, I mean, no, not at all. You have the opportunity to.
Oh, okay.
In some middle schools, like not in all of them. Also, depending, like I live in a big city, so it's not the same as living in like a small village that has like less resources. Let's say that way. But what I was saying, it's like when in Spain, everyone has like. Not in the past, but this new generation is having more and more ability to speak in English. Also, not only because it's mandatory in high school and in middle school, because at the end of the day, if it's mandatory and you just want to pass and you don't care, you just don't learn it. It's also because of like internet, how easy it's like. If you want to, I don't know, watch the Avengers and you're a big fan, you wanna watch it like in the original version, or if I don't know if you I follow NBA for example a lot, so I wanna like
understand what they're saying.
When I was like, I remember I was 13 and I was watching Tonti in Chicago Bulls, never mind, a coach for the Chicago Bulls, and I was really into it and I wanted to understand what he said, but I was like, bro, what is he saying? This is not what my professor is saying. So I think it's more like self-motivation, and like I also went to like for some years to a private academy after school, like after like not only me, like it's not something rare, it's something really common in Spain. If you can afford it, or like just on internet there are a lot of resources, or go to a private academy, or like I don't know. I've never been really good with languages, to be honest. Like I've also tried to learn French, kind of. It's not like I have to put so much effort.
English is good though.
It's easy, but like it wasn't easy. It wasn't like a couple of years. It took me a long time.
Yeah, because you don't stutter at all. You don't have to be like, wait, let me think. You just keep talking.
Oh, and also one thing: if you're learning Spanish and you go to Spain for some reason, they're gonna talk so fast. Like
yeah, it's so fast.
Yeah, someone has told me here like when they know Spanish and they are fluent in Spanish, they talk to me, and it's like I start talking, and they're like,
and then they lose you.
Okay, can you please slow down? Because like I don't know why the Spanish accent is so fast or whatever. I don't know. So just don't freak out. Just say you don't understand it.
Okay. Do you have any advice to people studying abroad in general?
Yeah, I have a lot of advice.
There we go.
Well, maybe just 3. First of all, just try to be as open as you can. Like, try to meet as many people as you can. Try to socialize as much as you can, and try to, I don't know, be yourself, but try to interact with as many people as you can. Like, basically expose yourself. Don't be like in your room or like in your apartment or wherever you are. Just with your friends, as if you're American. Like, if you go with American friends to Spain, if you just stick together all the time, you're not gonna enjoy the experience as much. That's my point of view. I mean, you can think the opposite, but that's what I think. I don't know. I think just getting involved in as much things as you can. If someone tells you, do you wanna take a coffee or like play tennis or whatever, you have nothing to do. Instead of watching Netflix, you can do that when you come back to America. Just go do it. Just go socialize. Just I don't know. Just make good relationship with people. That's my main advice. And like, be yourself. Try to, just be yourself. Be open with people. People is gonna love you, kind of. I hope. And if you don't give them the opportunity to like interact with you, they're not gonna get to know you, and they're not gonna like be interested in you because like you don't give them the opportunity. So like, I think, and I really think so, you have to make a big effort, even if sometimes it can be like difficult because it's like, oh, I'm tired, I don't want to go there, they speak another language, it's gonna be tough, they're gonna be like, what are you saying, I don't understand you, but
is this your mind?
Yeah. No, that's not my point, but like, I don't know, whatever, just try your best, and like, and also if you go to a country that doesn't speak the same language, just try to speak as much as you can. Like, if you go to France or like to Spain or to Germany or whatever, or China or whatever, just go try to speak the language with like native people there. They're gonna be willing to help you. They know that you don't know the speak Spanish. Like, when I come here, like, every American knows that if I struggle with English, they understand that. They just help with me, so it's fine. And also, I would say try to learn as much as you can from the culture you live in. Like, I think going abroad is a really big opportunity to learning how people around the globe can like have different backgrounds and how they influence who they become. And I think like for some American person going to Europe, going to, I don't know, Asia for sure, Africa, South America, whatever, and just seeing how people live there, how, I don't know, their past has influenced them so much, I don't know, their traditions, how different the system is. It's not better or worse sometimes, it's just different. And I think having the opportunity to like, don't have any idea like in advance, just go there and like, let's discover this country. Because like sometimes you go, I don't know, you can have like some subconscious thoughts that may be like, I don't know, good or bad, but they are going to influence how you see the country you are. Just forget about that. Just try to go there and discover it by yourself, and like try to see what the country is really like. I think that's my main advice.
And then, how about advice for people from Spain who want to come here?
I think they're gonna love it. I really think so. First advice I would give it to you. I don't know if it's because of my experience. I don't know if it's objective or not, but go to a small school if you can. If you're from Spain and you go to like a public beach university, I think you're gonna love it like in this way, because you're gonna miss the big football games. That's okay. Although you don't like football, like the experience is cool. But I think the opportunity of like interact closer with American people and not be just one more guy in like the class. I think that, because here at Butler class are like, I don't know, 15 to 20 people more or less, most of them. So
like the class size?
Yeah. Like, I would say 20 people. So if you are the German girl or the Italian guy or whatever,
everyone knows.
Exactly. And it's not like, for example, in my uni there were like one German guy last year or something like that, but we were like 1,000. He was sitting like in the front row, so like
no one really knew him.
We were like just taking notes, and like you know him, but you don't interact as much. And I think it's really helpful if you're like visiting a new country that's like a different culture to go to a small uni. I think that's good advice. And also, I don't know, just speak English as much as you can. Try to improve it. you'll improve it for sure. Like, yeah, and yeah, socialize. Yeah, the same. I would say the same advice.
Yeah, same.
Just try to live the whole experience and live your best life. Because like that's also one thing. When you're abroad, don't be obsessive with like this paper has to be. I mean, you have to get good grades, and you have to get good grades. You have to like enjoy also the different educational system, but you also have to make good memories, kind of.
Well, thank you for doing the interview.
No problem. It's been a pleasure, and like wherever you need.
Okay, and I was gonna add to the thing for like the advice for people from Spain. I'd be like, you have to get used to eating dinner early, lunches early.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Wake up early.
It's really hard for you.
Whole schedule and be like,
no naps. That's gonna be tough.
Oh my gosh. It's like your whole system and schedule is like thrown off balance. How'd you do it?
You get used to it. At the end of the day, you have no choice.
Because some Americans eat dinner at like 4:30, and then you said, "Oh yeah, that's lunch sometimes."
yeah. For me, like I remember the first week, it was like breakfast at like 8, 7:30, 8:30 kind of, and then lunch at like 12. And I was like, I'm not hungry. I really can't do that. I want to wait like 2 hours.
Oh my gosh.
So that was difficult, but. You have to live the American life, I guess. Bye, I guess.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, like the video and subscribe. Let me know any other questions for other internationals, because I kind of just have the same list of questions. So, yay! Bye!
And go to Spain.
Go to Spain.